love it when a leader stops waiting to invest in their team. It gets me excited for them, excited for what's going to happen on their team. Now, why would a leader wait to invest in the people around them? Falsely, they think, I've got to wait because maybe that person's going to leave. Maybe that person's not going to stay. I need to get this thing done first. Well, the problem when you wait like that is you're not really grasping the reality that your team is dynamic. People are going to leave, and you want them to look back on working with you, and there is an appreciation, there's a value. They go, man, I'm so glad I got to serve with him or her because look at how they invested in me. They made me better. And when you're making that investment, it upgrades your atmosphere. When you're continually making an investment in your team, you're upping the standard for what it means to be on your team, even as people will graduate and move on and do different things. It makes you better too, because you're making that investment. So what I want to do real quick is give you a filter for how to look at a resource so that you can decide if it is a good resource to help develop your team. Dan Pink, in his book called Drive, he talked about the three components that employees want in their work. He talked about it as mastery, meaning or purpose, and autonomy. So mastery, meaning or purpose, and autonomy. And when you look at resources that develop people, more than ever, it's got to be something that's built around development of skills, for sure. And we're going to get into that in a second. But it's not just skill acquisition. It's actually understanding how important these three components are. Now, how I think about these three components are, for the mastery or meaning purpose, the purpose piece, I want to help the team members and the people around me move from just the biological drives, what's the basic drives of survival, to a big picture view of their life. I want to help them fit what they're doing in this job with a bigger sense of purpose, with an ability to make meaning out of their actions. Now, it's healthy when an organization can help someone make meaning as they fit into the organization. But it's super healthy when you can help the people on your team make their own meaning. So not only do they find a sense of purpose and meaning within the organization, but they get it for themselves. The difference here is I'm showing up at the job and I feel a sense of purpose because the contribution I'm making as a part of this collective whole versus, or in conjunction with, I'm showing up to this place. I feel like I'm contributing to the overall purpose, but it fits with the specific purpose of my life also. And so you want them to discover their meaning in the organization, but you also want them to discover their meaning for themselves. So that's the first filter I like to use when I'm evaluating a resource. The second one, this idea of mastery. I want people to shift at the core of who they are to desire to do something well more than they fear punishment, right? And that's the idea here of the mastery. I want to learn how to do something well. I want to feel the joy and thrill of executing at a high level, the fun of that, more than I'm fearing judgment, reprisal, some maybe existential fear. I'm not going to belong. They're going to think I don't have what it takes. Oh no, I'm going to lose something, money, status, recognition, whatever. I want that viewpoint that they have to go from what they're afraid of to the joy of the overflow of consistent practice and what that means to get to a point that they execute at a very high level from a results standpoint. So I want resources that move me to the ability to make my meaning. I want resources that help me achieve that mastery. And third, I want to find resources that help develop people and develop teams that move me to autonomy. So I'm not just needing the carrot stick rewards that are built in employment systems that matter, incentives matter, but that's not the main thing that's driving me. Instead, it's a sense of autonomy and this right now is the skill that I want to develop. This right now is the thing that I want to work on. This right now is how I want to grow myself. So I think Dan Pink offers a lot in that understanding. I use that to evaluate resources when I'm looking at things that I want to engage in developing myself or helping others develop. And I love what we do with SiteShift because those three pieces are built into everything that we do. So educationally, I know that I'm only going to get somebody to an outcome if they can develop a skill. They're only going to develop a skill if they wrestle with an exercise. So we've built everything that we do from our academy to our coaching programs around that template. Now, embedded in those programs are teaching you how to make your own meaning, how to perform and achieve at the highest level, and how to really be driven by your own desire and what's the overflow of your wants versus just carrot stick rewards. And so we have like an expensive, to some people don't even think about the price, tier of developing people through our delivery of services. And then we have a tier through our academy, and we have made that stupid affordable. And so any investment you're making in yourself or others, let us know if we can help you talk about what that looks like, because we at the SiteShiftAcademy.com have put so much into what we can do to get this skill transfer happening so that you're able to invest in your people. Have an awesome rest of your day. Peace.